Right, we're live. Rob, you just want to move over around a bit so you can get in the shot. Here we are, live from Huddle headquarters. Rob Shear with Matt Gardner, Pistols, Goldie here. Get your comments in and I'll get to them at the end. Oh.
Usual last minute pictures.
And welcome back, Lofty 88.9. We're now in the closing half hour, which we like to have a special guest in the studio. And this individual, probably one of the best footballers in the last, well, couple of decades, if not all time, best in Hills Football League. A few records here, brought up his 250th A-grade game for 250th overall. Well, you played one B-grade game, haven't you? Is that right?
Get 250 on the weekend, actually, for A-grade and one B-grade.
There you go, fantastic. Life member over 300 goals?
Oh, I'm not too sure on
I'll
the goal.
say that,
that's
right.
Probably more points.
Four-time premiership player, 2009, 11, 15, 21?
9, 12, 15, 21.
Yep, fantastic. Premiership captain twice? Co-captain as well? Yep. Best on in the grand final 2015 against Bridgewater. Good game, that one.
Nice.
Interleague representative, HFL life member, club life member, club best and fairest, club award winner.
Yeah,
all of that.
Yeah, couple
and he plays for Onkers, and he's got a great privilege of being joined by one of the great guys in the Hills Football League, Matt Gardner. Gard, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much for having
me.
The kind introduction.
And we always and thanks for bringing in your own CV so we could read it out.
Yeah, that was good. Thank you, Gard.
My story, mate. No, one of the nice blokes of the Hills Football League, and it's our pleasure to have you on. And obviously, we're out there on Saturday to see you do your stuff again. And as the leader, as I said, Kersbrook gone through a bit of a tough period at the moment, but certainly you showed and the leadership that they needed on Saturday, and just, you know, there was a point there you get up and, as Benny said, Dermot Brereton style, just going when you had to put your body on the line, and the rest is just lead by example. Has that always been your trait?
Oh, a little bit, yeah. It's just, I don't know, just back my game on hard work and being tough around the contest. And, you know, footy can be a pretty simple game more often than not, and that's, you know, just trying to keep things nice and simple, mate. And as a leader, yeah, you just want to, I guess, do the right things at the right time more often than not.
Have you always been a leader, Guards, like junior football? Because where did it start for you? Onkers, is that right?
Yeah, at Onkers. So yeah, played all my junior footy there, and yeah, had some leadership roles in the junior ranks. Junior Colts and senior Colts, and then yeah, I only spent a few years at senior level at Onkers before I moved to Kersbrook.
The move to Kersbrook, how did that come about? What were we talking about? 09?
Yeah, so yeah, I almost went.
So Kersbrook had just beaten Torrens Valley in 08 with Brett James back,
yes.
And Roger and Paul, of course. And yeah, how did it come about, as Pistol said?
Yeah, well, I was very, very close to actually going in 08. Decided against it. You know, I was very loyal to Onkers and loved the club, and yes, still do. Got plenty of great mates, and yeah, friendships formed over those years. And yeah, I guess plenty of schoolmates that I went to. I went to school at Birdwood, so I had a lot of friends that were playing at Kersbrook. I guess when you keep getting phone calls from Brett James, and you know, he was one of my idols growing up. I'm a Nord and Crows man. You eventually give in, I think, to what he's saying, and you know, had an amazing team there as well. Roger James and Scott Carslake, and obviously Paul James, Brad Pearce, just to name a few, Brad Lees. So the list goes on. So yeah, and it just felt like the right time for me to move away from Onkers, the coach that they had. It just didn't really appeal to me after I met him. I met him, and wasn't overly confident about that. And then when you got Brett James on the other phone, giving you a call and give you a bit more confidence, and just wanted to take my footy to another level as well.
And how old were you there, Matt?
I was 21.
21.
Yep.
And right. so what did Brett have to say to you? Do you remember those first sort of training sessions and what it was like for you? And yeah.
Oh no, he's just. I don't know. Kersbrook's been a good place. It's recruiting. Obviously you want good footballers, but you want good people, and I knew a lot of the people there, and so it was an easy transition. But yeah, Brett just said that he felt like he had a couple roles and could get me, maybe out of some key positions, and get me out on the wing and maybe on ball, and just do a few different things. So that sounded new and exciting to me anyway. So that was another big reason for the move.
Have you played in every single position basically on the ground
Pretty
with your
well.
natural athleticism? Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm happy to play wherever I'm needed. And that's just another thing. You just do what you're told, and do what the team needs for you or the coach needs from you. So happy to play wing, on ball, ruck, wherever. Just as long as I'm playing my role for the team and my teammates, and that's all that matters.
So the enticement by Brett, he didn't find extra, say, few bags of pink ladies in the boot of the car.
Yeah, they pay you in apples at Kersbrook, so yeah, always plenty of apples on the floor. Well, when Brett was around, yes, Thursday night apples on the ground, it's always great.
Hey, I can recall Benny and myself going up to cover a interleague game up at Freeling. He was playing Barossa Light at Gawler. I reckon you might have been the skipper. I think Shane Collins was the coach.
Yes.
That game.
That was 08.
Yeah, that was going back a while.
Yeah, so you're still with Onkers?
Yeah, for that one I think I was.
And you've played since interleague?
Yeah, I've played, I can't remember what years exactly, but yeah, then we had another one out at Callington, which was part of the leadership group there as well, which was a really good win too. So yeah, enjoyed my interleague times and the country champ games as well.
A guy, and look, let's face it, you're a dead set champion. Do you miss the challenge of playing at the top tier of Hills footy? Because and what you've experienced, I know you're only sort of young when you left Onkers in Div 1, but just what you've, and obviously you get back and watch a bit of Div 1 footy, just the changes that you come across in the two divisions, the pace and perhaps the physicality in Div 2's a bit more. Yeah,
for sure. That's definitely probably the biggest difference. Div 1's very, very fast. They attract some high level players from ex-AFL, SANFL, so you got some really strong teams across all lines. Div 2, unfortunately, depending on the year, you'll have your 2 or 3 high level players, and then it falls away a little bit after that. But yeah, the physicality of country Div footy is next level. Really tough, competitive. That's something that I found out very quickly when I started at Kersbrook. Just that level. I mean, I started playing on a wing, so I didn't really have to endure the physicality early, but I could tell straight away in my first couple games that it was a different kettle of fish in country division. So yeah, learnt it quickly, and Kersbrook's kind of built around playing that hard brand of footy anyway. So you learn quickly, but yeah.
Another couple of games that spin to mind. I think it was 2012 maybe, second semi down at Macclesfield over, you're playing at Chunga.
Oh yes.
Yeah, start on the wing.
Yeah.
And just run them ragged. A big bloke like him running on the wing, unbelievable. And I think it was Daniel Thomas.
Yep.
In the forward pocket. I think he kicked about 5 in the first quarter. It was something like 9 goals to 2 at quarter time. And the Chunga coach wasn't happy and let his team know about it, but he didn't do one thing, and that's try to work out a way to stop why the ball was getting forward, and it was because of this man, one big reason, and because he went on to win the flag that year. And another game was also the grand final
2015
at Kangarilla. You beat Bridgewater.
Yeah. So I guess the 2012 game very memorable because Chunga were undefeated until that point and had smashed us during the year considerably. They belted everyone basically that year, and we got our chance against them, and exactly what you said. I mean, Brett was a very calculated coach, and he'd play a certain style, and he'd change a few things in the finals just to give the other team something to consider, or make them have to change their style, or not change it in that case. So that move was made for to me to free up and just kind of change the dynamic of it, and we end up winning that game by 36 something points. Had the week off, and then we played them in the grand final and beat them by a similar margin again, giving them their only 2 losses. So similar to the year that we lost to Gum actually, where you go through very strong and then just unfortunately can't get it done in the finals. And 2015 was similar as well. Bridgewater smashed us by 70 odd points, I think, in the first final. We played at Birdwood and we got absolutely annihilated. And then grand final day, it's always different. Lucky enough to have some experienced heads, and sometimes it's just your day as well. And that was a memorable day out at Kangarilla in the sun. Nice.
09, which was your first one, that was against Torrens Valley at Macclesfield.
Yeah.
08, well, those 2 grand finals for me, some of the most memorable out at Macclesfield. 08, of course, Roger, Paul and Brett playing together for the first time in a premiership. But 08, what are your recollections of that one at Macclesfield? Some big grand finals have been played at Macclesfield, and that was one of them.
Yeah, that 09 grand final was, it still gets me a bit jittery just thinking about it. It was super,
that was your first year, wasn't it?
Yeah, 09 first year, and it was just it was a cracker of a game. I think we won by 11 points in the end, but it wasn't until the last couple minutes Brad Lees just did Brad Lees freak kind of things in the last quarter and put us in front, and Torrens Valley came back very strong, and I just remember it just being so loud and could barely hear the siren and wasn't sure if it went. And same with the 2012 one, was very similar, just couldn't even hear the siren, and then you just see people coming onto the ground, you go, oh well, guess it's over, and obviously party time after that.
Hey, with the 4 individually that you've won, but obviously there's been disappointment. There's a couple of years, the one against Ironbank and then the one against Gamaraka, so for virtually 2 years in a row, I think 18, 19. A bit disappointing for the club, particularly winning both of those as minor premiers, I think, and favoured the win.
The Ironbank one, you ran out when it was hailing.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Hailing at Callington,
windy,
probably
yes,
for the first
that's
time
right.
ever.
It was windy.
It was a bad omen, that one. Ran out of the shed and it just started hailing, and it was blowing a gale. It was a bizarre day, but as I said before, just sometimes it's your day and things go well and they go to plan, and other times they don't, and you only have to be off by a tiny bit come finals, and it can all come apart pretty quickly.
So, pardon me, the COVID year of 2020,
Yep.
okay, you don't make the granny, but then you're back for the big one, centenary season. Obviously, there was a lot of onus put on that to try and win. Well, it only happened once in the club's lifetime.
Yeah, absolutely.
How was the beef, like leading into it, because the fact you'd been to the World twice in a row 3 years before, and hadn't quite got there, and the sense of occasion, but certainly, well, you end up winning by 10, don't you?
And did you know that was his last game as coach, heading into it?
No one knew.
Yeah.
No one knew that. But you could, personally, you could see that he was kind of getting to the point where he just wanted to finish off strong, and it was a tough season for everyone. I bang on about it, the footy club a lot, but that season was very challenging. We won the first 6, I think, in a row, and then we only won like 2 out of the next 8 games. We pinched one right before the finals against Birdwood. Like, we were in terrible form after that, and we just snuck in by beating Birdwood. We got the second chance against Gamaraka. That was also at Birdwood, and then we just flicked a switch. We beat Birdwood by, Gamaraka by 40 points and Kangarilla by 50, and then had the week off and went into the grand final and beat Meadows by 60. And at home, which was just incredible.
We called that one, Benny.
Yeah, just winning a grand final on your home ground is just
And then you all
really
sat
tough.
on the truck, on top of the truck
up on
after
the
the game.
sponsors truck, and it was just a very
Fantastic.
memorable day at Kersbrook.
Hey, talking about Brett, when you think about what a great product he's been for the Kersbrook, like Nord Hall of Famer, state captain,
SANFL Hall of
Famer, AFL back-to-back flag player.
Collingwood player.
What's I was going to say, played for the magnificent Collingwood Football Club.
And just on Brett, I watched that Anzac game, the first ever Anzac game.
Yes.
He kicked 4 goals. He was fantastic in that first
I
ever
think
Anzac
one of
game.
his first games was, playing Carlton or something in round 1, and there's 80,000 there.
80,000.
Just as a guy who's probably a student of the game and get to be coached by the great. Tell us, as you said, he's a bit of a tactical guy, a thinker in the game, but has there been occasions when he has vented his beef at the side? He's not happy, let you know that he's not happy?
Yeah, Brett's he's very calm and measured more often than not. But yeah, he gets the eyes on when we're not playing the way that we should be playing, and yeah, you just feel like you've disappointed him more than when he doesn't tee off too often, and every now and then he'll have a crack, but he doesn't fully go off ever, but you just know that he's disappointed and you've disappointed him, and everyone's pretty quick to try and fix that. Yeah.
What is it about the Kersbrook Football Club? You look at games played, you're sort of 250 yourself A grade, you look at ageless Brad Pearce, and you look at guys like Kim Pearce, the McDonald family, you go right back through. The longevity of players at the Kersbrook Football Club, but also for a period of time, the amount of male medals they'd won in the competitions also, the Kane Powers and Steph Horvath and these guys. It's just amazing, isn't it? But
It really is.
did you know the history of the Kersbrook Football Club before you went over there?
No, I actually didn't know too much. But yeah, as soon as you kind of get started at Kersbrook, all of those guys you mentioned, everyone's still there. They're still helping out. They're still volunteering. They're involved in coaching or trainers, and you feel very welcomed as soon as you get there, and you do get a sense of how proud people are of the club and what they've achieved, either by team, club, individual efforts. So yeah, it rubs off on you a little bit, and you feel like you just want to be part of that group.
Who were some of your go-to people early days for yourselves in your early 20s at Kersbrook?
Oh yeah, like mainly Brett. Brett James, Paul James, of course Roger, Scott Carslake, Brad Pearce. Just trying to get as much feedback.
Great
from
Travie
those.
White.
Yeah, Trav White. Yeah. So and Rob Nicholson as well, big
Yes.
massive. You just go to those experienced guys to try and obviously improve yourself. And then there's a handful of other blokes like Kane Powers and Chopper so a few of those guys, and even Darren Wake, Bailey Wake's dad, just stalwarts of the
broken
club.
down runner.
Getting his calves rubbed down as a runner.
A massive calf,
Don't worry, he's got a big fine on the board at the moment for that.
I reckon he would be.
But,
Rob?
And the transition from when Brett went to Lockie coming in and taking over, and seems fairly seamless, or?
Yeah, no, it's been good. Lockie's a perfect fit. We've got a really young group coming up through, which is not like Kersbrook. Kersbrook's generally a more senior group. The whole time I've been there anyway, it's been very senior. We've got a lot of young kids, and they're all juniors of the club, which is just unreal. Lockie's just that perfect medium between old blokes like me. Me and Lockie have got a great relationship anyway, prior to him joining Kersbrook. But yeah, he's just got that really great connection with the young group coming up, and then he's got the respect of the older blokes. With his football level that he's played at and his knowledge of the game. We're all buying into what he's doing, of course, and yeah.
And is there a lot of difference, like in style and game day, or is it just a continuation of what Brett had instilled?
It's pretty similar. Lockie and Kane, obviously, they've got their style and a way that they want to play. And I guess just harnessing that younger group, we're a little bit probably fitter and faster than what we have been in previous years. We've always been called too old, too slow over many years that I've been there. But now it's almost the opposite. We've still got a handful of senior guys, but now all of a sudden we've got this speed and run and carry. We're just trying to harness that the best that we can at the moment.
Who's been your toughest opponent over the time?
Tough one, tough call. There's been a few. I'm just trying to remember some names. That Torrens Valley team.
Yeah.
When I first started, was just insane. Just the calibre of players, you know, export players, like Luke Slattery. You know,
Jakes and all that.
Yeah,
Clayton.
Jakes, Clayton. But yeah, like
Freshfield.
Slattery I played on a couple times, and yeah, he gave me a couple lessons, but yeah, he was really good to learn off as well. You know, and he was happy to, you know, kind of give a little bit of feedback, not in an arrogant way, but you know, just that kind of coaching on the field and just kind of letting me know where I should have probably been, and
Is that right?
not letting him
Sort
out
of
the back.
stick at it, young man.
Yeah, exactly right. So yeah, pretty well.
Just follow me to the ball.
Yeah. So I mean that Achunga team in 2012 as well was, you know, lined with some brilliant footballers as well. So there's been there's plenty of great footy players in our comp that I've had plenty of battles with, and you know, lucky enough to, you know, be able to have a beer afterwards with them, and you know, have a good chat.
So, any aspirations to perhaps return to your original club to play at your last years, or are you going to just form Dad's Army in the Kersbrook B grade with Nathan Pearce and, and Mitch Bingos and all these blokes?
Yeah, I think my last years are my last years at the moment, so I don't think I'll be, you know, probably returning back to Onka Valley. You know, I'm very happy at Kersbrook. You know, and just one season at a time these days. Very lucky, touch wood, that haven't had any you know, considerable injuries over my time. So I'll just keep playing hard and just enjoy each season as it comes.
Well, we expect big things from you, Matthew, because having you in, you're one of our few country division guests who probably keeps his eyes and ears on the Division 1 comp pretty closely. So we'll just go through this week's matches coming up. We'll start with the country division. And well, Kersbrook, obviously you're still celebrating your first win of the season last Saturday because you got this weekend off. So
absolutely, we do. Yes.
Yep.
Enjoy the week off.
So Wakey will have the calf in the ice. And, so Kangaroo taking on Meadows.
Yeah, I think Meadows will probably get that one done. They're looking pretty strong from all reports. Yeah, it was always going to be a close one between them and Gum. Heard it was very close. So yeah, I just think Meadows will probably get the job done there.
Meadows.
Yeah, I think Meadows. Kangaroo perhaps a bit disappointing last week, get beaten by Mackie. Not taking away from Mackie, but I think Meadows too strong. Gumaraka taking on Birdwood. Now I believe change of venue or this, it will be the Birdwood Oval. Of course, again, that's probably going to have a bit of emotion once again. But
sure. Yeah, I think Gumaraka, I think, will just be a bit too strong for Birdwood.
Yeah, Gumaraka again.
Yeah, Gumaraka. And Macclesfield taking on Torrens Valley, who've shown a bit of form this year, and so they're back after the bye. Blood's going for a
three in a row.
Three in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Macclesfield will get it. Yeah, they're pretty strong this year.
Mackie?
Yeah, I think Mackie at home.
I'll go for the Ruffy, Torrens Valley.
All right, Division 1 and Chunga, toughest task in Division 1 footy as they take on the undefeated visiting Arndorf Magpies guards.
Yeah, well, it's probably going to be a tough ask to beat Arndorf. So yeah, I'll go for
Yeah, I think we'll all go for that. Uraida Districts are hosting at Loberthal, traditional rivals. Should be a good game at the Cabbage Patch.
Or at Uraidla, I'll go Uraidla.
Uraidla. Gets cold at 4 o'clock there.
Yeah, Uraidla. Okay, Uraidla. Mount Lofty hosting Mount Barker over at Goat Park. One of your favourite grounds.
Oh, Mount Lofty or Mount Barker? Probably I'll go Mount Lofty for that one.
I picked Lofty last week, didn't I? Because they're up and coming. I'll go Lofty again.
Lofty?
Yeah, I think the Devils, they showed a bit last week. Your boys, Rob, Ironbank, Bridgewater, hosting Nan Bremer at Bridgewater Oval.
Bridgewater
Do you miss playing on Bridgewater Oval, Matthew?
Not one little bit.
You love it?
Pistols? Not a fan of Bridgewater. I don't know too many people that are. But,
and see this one.
Yeah, I think Nan will take care of them.
It'll be their second 100-point win.
All right, there you go.
And that's in the wet weather.
Nan for me.
Yeah, pardon me, Nan. And then the Call of the Wild game. Very interesting, this one, pardon me.
Need another soother.
Blackwood hosting, your old side, Onka Valley. The Bulldogs have shown a bit this year.
Yeah, they have. They're looking the goods. Pretty tough at Blackwood though. It's always a tricky one, but I'll go for the Mighty Dogs for this one.
Jeez, I see Chad Dawes gone for Blackwood. So
Very knowledgeable, Chad, if you look at how he's
yeah, I know
leading.
he's leading. I forgot what I was going to say. Who's playing?
Onkers and Blackwood.
No,
Brothers.
okay, remember I said last week, second place up for grabs, Nan and Onkers, and I said Nan would reassert themselves.
Okay, yeah. We'll
I'll go
finish
for
it.
Blackwood.
All right, good. Then yeah, that makes sense.
See the relevance?
I'll go
No.
Onkers.
I like Blackwood at home.
Yeah.
Wait and see. But,
Quick,
yeah.
young, quick,
We'll see. We'll see.
old and
I'll
slow.
be interested to see the Dogs because they have improved. But this is
They have.
It's a big game for both clubs. So what's on the agenda for you this week, guys? Just a bit more R&R and
Just take
Freshen
it easy,
up.
mate. Yeah.
What do you like doing
You
outside
got the
football?
night off training, mate?
Yeah.
You got the night off training too.
Oh no, we Tuesday, Thursday, so Wednesday's alright.
Oh no, I mean tomorrow night. He's giving you the night off.
Yeah, tomorrow night. No, we're all just catching up. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just.
Just before we wrap it.
what's the replay of the game again?
I don't know about that. I think we'll be enjoying a pub feed and some beers.
Outside football, what do you like getting up to?
Still thoroughly enjoy my skateboarding.
Skateboarding.
So I do that in the off season. I tend to leave it alone during the footy.
Skateboarder?
Yeah. No, I've been skateboarding since I was about 12 or something like that. Absolutely love it. Favourite thing to do apart from footy. Apart from that, you just find me just catching up with mates. I don't mind getting out for hikes and a bit of fishing and
Married?
camping. And no, I got a girlfriend.
Got a girlfriend who understands your needs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Of course.
that's
Well,
my
she's
kind of
listening
girl.
tonight, so g'day, mate.
Now, just quickly, if this is relating to pests, nuisances in the club, who would you give an open clearance to? Who's the biggest pest in Brookers?
At the Brookers, I think Bailey Wake's
Bailey
starting
Wake.
to assert himself in that position.
Is
He's taken over fines master role, and
Righto,
yeah, he's
okay.
pretty chirpy these days.
Who's the tightest man in the club?
And you would know that, hanging
Yeah.
out with the Wakes
That's right.
here and there. So
That's right. Yes.
good times at Warrnambool from what I've heard. So.
Yes, that's right. Who's the tightest man in the club who wants his shout that can never be found?
Oh, the type. No, everyone's pretty generous at Kersbrook.
Kersbrook.
Everyone likes a
And
good
like a
time
red
at
can.
Kersbrook. So yeah. No, the beers.
And who's the mirror man over there? You've got a few good looking boys over there,
Oh,
you know
the
that?
Mirror Man. Oh, probably. Without
There could be a
trying,
couple.
it's probably the coach. He's a bit of a
Really? Lockie?
Yeah.
Had the beanie on Saturday,
Yeah,
keeping nice
just,
and warm.
Yeah, good looking rooster. I think he's.
Ah.
But then there is a couple blokes. I know that Brody doesn't mind looking pretty sharp for the footy. So yeah, just making sure his hair looks pretty nice and even though unassuming, seeing he's got a little plate for a missing tooth. Thanks.
Oh, there you
There
go.
we go.
Bit of intel.
Welcome, Broads, but no. More often than not, the boys at Kersey are pretty straight down the line.
Sensational. Well, we got Brendan coming up at just after the news at 7 with looking forward, looking back. But thank you very much. You're a legend, and
Thanks for having us,
yeah,
guys.
absolutely
Really appreciate it.
great to have you in the studio. So Matt Gardner.
And all the best for the rest of the season, the Brookers. And,
Thanks very much.
you missed finals last year, so we want to get back.
They're
to
my
that.
First
smoky,
time I
mate.
missed it,
They're my
so,
smoky.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. McMahon's
Thanks, mate.
handy inclusion. Is he going to play a few more? Or is
So
it?
good, yeah. Hopefully a few more.
All
Yeah,
right.
he was very
Very
handy on the
good.
weekend.
All right.
but-
Thanks for joining us on the
Okay.
Huddle
Cheers, guys.
Reformed, and we'll catch you next week. And don't forget, Call to Old Saturday coming from Blackwood.
Blackwood.
at Onkers.
Blackwood,
So
yep.
until then, Robbie, what do we say?
Keep on keeping on.
And keep chasing your goals.
Yeah.
That's it.
Bye for now.
Well done, Benny.
Awesome.
All right, I just got to stop the recorder.
No, thank
We
you
got
very
there.
much.
We got there.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you
Again.
very much, mate.
How you, Brendan? Good?
Yeah, good. Thank you.